Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily as we begin the week, one of the biggest weeks in Everton's history as Everton prepare to leave Goodison Park, play their final ever game, certainly men's game, at the stadium on Sunday against Southampton. There's going to be a lot going on this week. Going to be a lot of stories. There's going to be a lot of documentaries. So much airtime given over to the grand old lady. And Sunday's going to be huge. So, yeah, big week for the club. And it has started with the club confirming the appointment of Angus Cany as the new Chief Executive Officer, the new CEO. He's arrived from Leeds. He was actually at the game on Saturday to witness Everton's fantastic 3-1 win against Fulham and see the Everton fans in fine voice. He said it is a tremendous honour to be joining Everton as Chief Executive Officer. This is a club with a huge and passionate fan base, steeped in proud history and with enormous potential thanks to the vision of our ownership. The move this summer to an awe-inspiring new stadium. I am excited to work with my colleagues at the club, our partners and our fans as we strive together to deliver a successful and sustainable future for Everton, both on and off the pitch. And Mark Watts, the Executive Chair of Everton, has said, "We're delighted to welcome Angus to the club. His track record of leadership and strategic delivery across multiple Premier League clubs speaks for itself. Angus joins us at a pivotal time, and we know his passion, expertise and experience make him the perfect man to lead Everton as we move into an exciting new era." Yeah, so he's officially in. Yeah, let's hope he can take the club forward. Obviously, his track record's been interesting, but he's just been with Leeds as they've been promoted to the Premier League. So obviously, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what he delivers. There's no point sitting here saying he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Let's be honest, none of us know. And Everton have been such an incredible basket case of a club for so long that we just want to see Everton moving in the right directions and getting opportunities that other clubs have seem to have been able to get in the last few years. So yeah, it starts today. I imagine the new era really starts today at Everton as we move forward. So good stuff. On the pitch, or shall I say off the pitch, Abdoulaye Doucouré, who obviously spoke last week to Fozcast podcast about a new contract and what he believes he's worth. There's reports today linking him with a move to Saudi Arabia. Apparently there is a contract on the table for £4 million a year. So yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if that's real. We'll have to wait. He did say he had a couple of offers. Everton so far have not, it seemed, been offering contracts to any players so far. So in the next week or so, I imagine Everton will start doing that, deciding. I'm sure they've already decided, and you can see that with some of the team selections, who they want to keep and who maybe they want to move on. So, Abdoulaye Doucouré said he hadn't heard anything off the football club yet, so we'll have to wait and see. And if he's not given something, then it'll be a fantastic opportunity for him. I imagine it. And if he decides to take it, he might not decide to take it. He might decide to stay in the Premier League or stay in Europe. He mightn't be ready for that kind of move yet, but we'll have to wait and see whether Everton are still in the equation and whether he's going to stay at Everton and whether they're going to be prepared to give him a contract. Obviously, Saturday was a fantastic win. Everton coming from behind to win 3-1, and the Everton fans, seem to absolutely have a great day singing the new Jordan Pickford song, and it seemed to just be a fantastic day that played out perfectly. Obviously, the manager was very, very happy with it, and obviously he was asked about a couple of the goal scorers. So let's hear his thoughts first on Michael Keane.
Scored by Michael Keane.
Absolutely.
Yeah, who's probably had some difficult times, but I've got to say he played so well today. He was immense for us, and as you say, got the goal from the corner as well. So good on him. He's a great boy, great pro, sticks at his work and showed his high level of professionalism by being ready for the game, because we had an injury to Jake and obviously about Tarky. So
Yeah, interesting words on Michael Keane, because I think he's almost like reframed the debate with the performance on Saturday, and the manager there, as you said, saying that um, that he's no trouble whatsoever and he's very, very professional. Could see that. Could that see the manager say, well, you know what, why not offer him another year's deal? And who knows? But I think it has reframed the debate somewhat. So we'll have to wait and see. Another player who's obviously out of contract at the end of the season. And the manager was asked about Betto as well. Let's hear his thoughts on him.
More to it, he's a great boy, I've got to say. He practices like you can't believe to try and get better, which when you've got that, then you've got something which is, at least he's trying to get better. He's incredibly humble. He's very honest with himself, which gives a manager a great chance to try and improve you. So I have to say he's done great. I think they're saying he's got 8 Premier League goals. So I sort of said to him a couple of weeks ago, I said, look, you might try and get 10 if you think that he might have not really played that much and he's only really come on the scene in January. So if he could get another 2 between now and the end of the season, it wouldn't have to be a great run of games, goals for him in the sort of second half of the season.
Very interesting comments on Betto, because again, he's a player who's been talked about as leaving the football club, a player who could possibly leave. Leeds have been linked with him, teams in Italy have been linked with him. David Moyes saying, how hard he works, but also saying, yeah, it's something you'd expect of a younger player. And Betto, I think he's 27, isn't he? Soon to be 28. So that's an interesting one, see how hard he works, but maybe the manager just believes that maybe how much more can he better himself at this stage of his career? Who knows? Let's wait and see. But he's done fantastically well with the opportunities he's been given this season. So we'll have to wait and see if that continues. But the Betto himself has spoke out and said how much he wants to, finish off at Goodison with some goals. The last dance, as he said, at Goodison Park, and he wants to finish it in style, getting some goals. Cement himself as the top goal scorer this season, because that'd be huge for him as well. It's not an easy task. Players are, lucky to be getting to 15 goals nowadays. So he's done very, very well. I'm gonna have to wait and see, how his career pans out. Just a little bit more news today. Not really Everton related as such, but about Carlo Ancelotti, our former manager. He is about to take up the role as the Brazilian coach, leaving Real Madrid to become the Brazilian coach. Could that see the door open once again for Richarlison to become Brazil's number 9? Well, Richarlison's going to have to do his bit. Could that bit mean be moving to Everton? Who knows? But Carlo Ancelotti has become the new coach of Brazil. There you go. That's all today's news. Thanks for watching. See you later.